Welcome to the second video on how to create posters using Microsoft Word 2010. What you want to do is go to the Start menu, choose All Programs, and you want to go ahead and locate the Microsoft Office folder and then open up Word 2010. With Word 2010 open, go ahead and choose File, Save As, locate the Word folder that was created earlier for this class. And in my case, it's on the desktop. Yours is going to be in your home drive. So go ahead and open up that folder called Word and then name it Poster and choose the Save option. Now when you want to save, you can just do Control S, the shortcut. So in this instance, we're going to demonstrate how to add a title using Microsoft Word Art. So choose Insert from the top, click on the Word Art option, and choose a style that you might like. Go ahead and type in endangered animal, unless you want to come up with a different title that's comparable to this. So with that box selected, you could go ahead and right-click on it to change the font. So I'm going to choose this font called Disco, so you can see what that looks like. You can also right-click and change it and experiment. You can change the size in this window by right-clicking on that box. Now if you wanted to change the color of the outline, you would right-click, choose the A tool, and change the color that way. So you're going to want to go ahead and experiment with all these options. Now I happen to choose a font that won't allow me to fill the white with a different color. So let me go ahead and right-click so I can show you how to do that. If you choose a font like Impact and you want to change the color inside, go ahead and choose the A. And you can see how you can change the color of that fill. So with your title selected, you can go ahead and come up and change with a quick style and experiment with that until you're happy with the results. You can scroll over and see what it's going to look like. That's actually kind of nice. You can also come here and choose the Word Art styles, and you can apply shadow effects. And if you scroll over, you can see what it's doing. So let's say, for example, you choose that shadow effect, go back into the shadow, and go down to Shadow Options. And this is where you can also continue to do experimentations. Notice how I'm in the paint bucket, I'm changing the color of the shadow. I could make it more transparent or darker. So you really do want to come in here and experiment. So you can see you can make it blurry. You can change the angle, the distance. You can experiment with the outline styles. I don't see, I need to add a width before I can see outline style. Let's just be really obnoxious and add a huge one so you can see where it's changing that. Make it round. You could end up with some really interesting effects experimenting in here. Here's a reflection. Now I'm not going to use these, but I want you to experiment. Make that blurry, glow and soft edges, change the color. Now trust me, I'm not using any of these, but I do want you to see this as an option. The 3D format, notice has a little bevel emboss where it makes it look like it's sticking off the page. 3D rotation, rotate that text if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to play in this window until I'm happy with the results, and I'll get back with you with what I've come up with. There's something that I do want to point out. If you went and added all these effects and decided, you know what, I don't want all these effects, go to the Word Art styles. So for example, if you added a shadow and you didn't want that shadow, you would click on that top option and it would start getting rid of these. So then go back in, reflection, choose the top option, glow, no glow, bevel, no bevel. Of course, I'm going to end up using some of these, no 3D rotation. There's also this one that I didn't point out. It's the transform, and you can experiment with some of these. So you can make them circles, but if you can't read it, don't use it. It's pointless if it's not readable after you apply a transition. So I'll be back with some changes. After experimenting, this is what I've come up with, and this is what I'm happy with. I did also want to point out that you could come up here and choose the format option with your Word Art selected, choose format at the top, and you could apply these borders around it if you choose. So that's something you might consider. If you do that and you decide, you know what, I don't want these fills around my title, go to the paint bucket shape fill effect and say no fill. If it has a border around it and you don't want the border, you go to the line tool and say no outline, and that should get rid of it. No, that's the shape outline, no outline. So you're going to have to really come in and experiment in this window under Format until you're satisfied with the results. So this concludes the session on how to create a title using Microsoft Office WordArt. Until next time, have a wonderful day.